So if you are a freelancer or virtual assistant, or if you do any type of online work, one of the biggest challenges that you are going to have to solve is accepting international payment, how to receive international payment. And that is why in this video, I'm going to share with you 8 different apps that you can use to accept payment from client anywhere in the world. And I have personally used every single one of those 8 apps that I'm going to share with you today. And I live in Nigeria. So if something is accessible to me, there is a very good chance it is going to be accessible in your country. Okay, without any delay, we are going to start with the first payment option, which is PayPal. PayPal is the most accepted payment option anywhere in the world. It's hard to come across a client that is not using PayPal. But one of the problems is PayPal is not available in many countries, including Nigeria, until few weeks ago. Few weeks ago, PayPal opened to Nigerians, which means if you are in Nigeria, you can finally accept payment from international client with PayPal. I have heard about it for some time, but few weeks ago I decided to try it. About 2 weeks ago, I decided to try and see if it really works. So I take my email address and give to one of my clients and ask, hey, can you send me $5? I just want to see if it works. The client tried to send it and they said, no, he can't send it to this account. I said, okay, what's the problem? So I research why can I not accept payment? And it turns out you cannot just take your email address and give to client. That is not going to work. The first thing that you have to do is you have to create an account in one app called Paga. I don't know if it is pronounced Paga or Paga, but yeah, that's how it is. You have to create an account first in that app. When you create an account in that app, there is an option to connect that account with your PayPal account. As soon as you do that, you are good to go. I went ahead and I created my Paga account. I connect it to my PayPal account and I send my client my email, my normal PayPal email address, and ask the client to send me $5 again. The client sent me $5 and I receive it within few minutes. I withdraw it to my Paga account and then I withdraw it, I transfer it to another bank account. So it works without any problem. They take 4% fee on the $5 that I receive. I don't know if it is higher, if they are going to charge lower or higher, but they take 4% and I assume that is going to be the standard. So if you are interested in using PayPal, this is how it is going to work if you are in Nigeria. If you are not in Nigeria, maybe it is always available to you. Okay, the second option is Payoneer. And with Payoneer, you can create your account and you can create a receiving account, meaning you are going to have a bank account details in the US, in the UK. So if you want to accept payment in US dollars, you can create an account, a US-based account, and your client can pay you directly to that US-based account, or you can even request a payment from your client. So Payoneer works great, but it has some few issues. The first issue is you cannot request a payment from a client unless you first receive $2,000 or $5,000 in marketplace. It depends on the country. In Nigeria, few years ago when I created my account, I had to receive $2,000 first from a marketplace. A marketplace is like Fiverr or Upwork. If you connect your Payoneer account to Fiverr or Upwork and you receive payment from those platforms and they send it to your Payoneer account, as soon as you receive $2,000, then you are good. You can start requesting payment. In some countries, the limit is $5,000. So this can be a big barrier. If you are not working on these platforms and you haven't reached this limit, then you cannot request payment. But even if you cannot request payment, if your client create a Payoneer account, they can just pay you Payoneer to Payoneer. So you can just receive payment, but you cannot request payment from your client. Payoneer also take around 4% when you want to withdraw money. It depends on how the client pay you. When the client is going to pay you, if the client use a certain payment method, then the client is going to pay the charges. But if they use a certain payment method, the client is going to pay the exact amount. Let's say you request $100 from the client will send you exact $100. But Payoneer are going to take a fee out of that money. And when it is in your account and you are trying to withdraw again, they are going to take another 4%. Okay, the next option that we are going to look at is Skrill. Skrill is one of my favorite. It's really my favorite right now because with Skrill, you can simply create your account and you can request a payment and generate a link. You are not going to send a payment request to client. Instead, you are going to create like an invoice, a payment link, and you can copy the link. You can create your invoice in Canva or in anywhere else, or even send the link directly in email to your client, and the client can click the link and they are going to be able to pay you. But the client is going to have to set up an account in Skrill. That is one of the downsides. So if you are doing some temporary work for a client like web design, the client might not want to create an account and go through the process of verification. So this is one of the downside of it. But the main reason why I like Skrill very much is they have very low fee. I withdraw up to $1,000. I never withdraw more than $1,000 at once. And anytime that I withdraw any amount of money, they take $6. So $6 out of $1,000, that's really, really low compared to Payoneer or PayPal, where they are going to take 4%. So that is why I really like Skrill. And all my withdrawals arrive instantly. When I withdraw, it arrives within 1 to 2 minutes. So that is why I like it. But the two problems of Skrill is, first, the client is going to have to create an account in Skrill. Second, it doesn't work for everyone, because initially Skrill set up that payment option to be a way for family and friends to send money. So if your client is sending you money and they are sending it from like a business account with a business name, sometimes Skrill is going to reject that payment because it's not meant for business to business, it's meant for family and friends. Okay, the next option we are going to look at is Gray. Gray, I use it very briefly. I think I use it only twice to accept payment. It works very similar to Payoneer, but with not too many restrictions, because Payoneer has too many restrictions. But Gray, you can simply create your account. It's very easy to create your account and verify your account. And you can create a receiving account, a US bank account, similar to how you can do it in Payoneer, but without the restrictions. And your client can pay you directly to that bank account, and the money will be in your Gray account, and you can withdraw it to your local bank account. Or if the client is comfortable with creating Gray account, they can pay you from Gray to Gray account. I don't remember exactly how much they charge per transaction. I don't really remember because I used it over 1 year ago. But you can test it and you are going to be able to figure out. Okay, the next option is Gusto. I'm not sure if that is how to pronounce it, but I like Gusto because it's so hassle-free for you, the one who is getting paid. Because I work for a client who have a big business. They have so many people working for them. So they have the Gusto account, which is like a payroll platform. And they set up their account with all their payment information and their bank account. And me as their virtual assistant, all I did is I just create my account and add my Nigerian bank account in my Gusto account. And anytime that the client wants to pay me, they can just send the money directly to my bank account through Gusto because they added me as their employee. So they simply pay me and I get paid within few minutes. So Gusto is very good. I really like it. But the problem is if your client doesn't have a big business where they are comfortable with adopting Gusto as their payroll platform, they might not going to work with it. Okay, the next payment option is Wise. Wise is a little bit interesting. They are not allowing you to create an account in certain countries, but if you are not able to create an account, a Wise account in your country, all you need to have is just a bank account. If you have a receiving bank account, you can simply give it to your client. And your client, if they have a Wise account and they want to pay you through Wise, they are going to add your banking info and they are going to pay you in their Wise account. And Wise are going to send the money directly to your bank account. So with that method, you really don't need to do anything. All you need to do is give your client your banking information. If you have a receiving account like maybe Payoneer bank account or maybe Gray bank account, you can simply give that and you can receive your money in that currency. But if you want to receive it in your every local bank account in your own currency, you can just give your local bank account details to your client, and when they pay you, Wise are going to convert the money and deposit it to your local bank account in your local currency. One of the downside of using Wise for you, for the one receiving the payment, is it takes some time. It's not instant. It takes anywhere between 2 days to 5 days to get your money. So if your client pay you on Monday, you shall expect to get your money by Friday, anywhere by Friday, because it takes 2 to 5 days. Okay, the next two options are Paystack and Flutterwave. These are a little bit interesting also because Paystack and PlutoWeb is not specifically meant for freelancers and people who work online. It's a payment platform. It can be a payment gateway and you can use it to accept payment from client. But using Paystack and PlutoWeb have some disadvantages. For example, if you are using Paystack, you can only accept payment in your local currency. If you are in Nigeria, you cannot accept payment in dollars. You can only accept payment in your local currency. If you want to accept payment in dollars, you have to have a dollar account, but not every dollar account, only dollar account that is created in Zenith Bank. If you have that, that is when you will be able to add it in your Paystack account and people can pay you in USD. But PlutoWeb, it also has its restrictions, and I find PlutoWeb to be even more harder and challenging to work with, because with PlutoWeb, you have to have a website, because you have to have a website with terms and conditions and privacy policy and some very specifications before they will approve your account to start receiving payment. And even after you receive payment, if you receive payment in other currencies, it takes time to convert that payment and deposit it in your bank account and some high charges. So that is why I don't really like PlutoWeb very much as I like Paystack. But Paystack have that restriction. And overall, out of all these apps, what I will advise you to do is, if you can accept use PayPal, it's really the easiest. It's easiest to just accept PayPal, connect to Paga if you are in Nigeria, and withdraw your money. If you cannot do that, then use Skrill. If you use Skrill, you are going to have much easier time withdrawing your money. But if Skrill is giving you trouble with your client, if they can use Wise, you can just create a receiving account or just give them your bank account, local bank account, and they can pay you directly. I'm sure out of these options, you are going to find at least one or two that are going to be compatible with what you want and your client, regardless of where your client live. And if you are still in the early stage of starting your online career and you really want to get started and start getting paid, you can check out this next video where I am going to give you a full roadmap that you can follow to start getting paid online. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next one.